So I don't usually try to cover the current events of Genshin or like whatever is currently happening, but as of right now, 2.7 has been delayed, and I'm sure I'm like late on the train, but whatever. Get 2.7 has been delayed for best case scenario 3 weeks, but re- realistically, it's stated to last indefinitely, and here there's two main problems that it's gonna show. There's two problems I want to go over. First, the compensation and the lack of content that people will soon face. So first, with the compensation, I don't think the compensation is enough. They could give out more primo gems, and that's what they should. And I look on Twitter. I look on Twitter, and people say, "Oh, this whole lockdown in China was completely out of Hoyoverse's control, so you guys don't have to compensate us, you know?" But there should be compensation, and right now there should be more compensation because there should. The game not having content, which I will go over later, is a very, very big problem. And also the compensation, it really isn't enough because it's 400 primo gems per week. That's that's not a lot. And I could say, it's free primo gems, but like, is it? I mean, no, well, not that is it, but is it a lot? No, no, it's not a lot. It's not even a single temple. It's 1,200. That's not even. That's not worth much. And yeah, it is worth a decent amount, but it still isn't worth anything realistically because you know they could they because get this, they could give more compensation, and that's exactly what they should do, but they're not doing it. In the what was that called again? The anniversary. Do you know how easy it would have been to just give players more rewards? You just give them 400 primo gems. It's not designing an event. It's just sending out people primo gems, and it doesn't do them any harm because in the end, primo gems are worth nothing, and more more primo gems doesn't mean primo gems lose their value because they have no inherent value to begin with. There is no limited supply of primo gems. There's no primo gem market where the more people that buy primo gems, the less valuable it gets. And I think if you if someone buys, say, 1,000,000 primo gems, the cost of a wish will not go from 160 to 170 or to 180. No, it'll stay at 160. Whether there's no primo gems or whether there are like billions and billions of primo gems, there's it's still gonna be 160 for a single pull. And it goes to show how greedy Hoyoverse is. And yeah, they're obviously greedy. Why do you think that events don't give any rewards? Why there's so little events? Why Abyss hasn't gotten more floors when if you could get more floors, you could make the game much, much more difficult. And more difficulty equals more rewards. And you could satisfy the whales with that. But no, they don't want to because they want you to swipe for everything. They want to capitalize on your fear of missing out so that you try to get a new character, but then that character becomes mediocre and it's not up to your standards which you may hold. So if you think a character is underwhelming, eh, no refunds, baby. Get shafted. And yeah, it's not hard to implement more rewards. They did it with anniversary, and if people are if people keep accepting that, or no, if people keep parroting that, oh, it's okay to not have a compensation, MiHoYo is gonna shaft people regardless. They're gonna think, oh, we can get away with it in the future. You know, if 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 there's a maintenance, we could reduce the primo gems from 300 to 200, and then to 100, and eventually none at all if people keep accepting it. Because in the end, gotcha games compensate for whenever something happens, whenever something wrong happens, whether people cannot log in, whether they cannot access their accounts, whether there's a game breaking bug and they have to hot fix it and they have to shut down the servers, or whether they're shutting down the servers usually for the next update. There's always compensation, and the fact that people aren't asking for compensation is asking for people to be shafted even more. And the next issue is content. Where content? Where's the content? And yeah, Genshin doesn't have content. And I I assume it's been repeated millions of times. Genshin doesn't have content. It has no long-term sustainable content you could do that's repeatable. And I hope that the community bands together and tries to get Hoyoverse to, hey, add more content, because as of this 3 weeks, there's gonna be no content, and I just hope people try to get that changed where Hoyoverse will add definitely more content. And yeah, say like repeatable content means repeatable rewards, and repeatable rewards means rewards that people can always access. And obviously, as again, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but yeah, Hoyoverse is greedy. See, you look at Honkai's Abyss, and it doesn't reset once per 2 weeks. No, it doesn't reset once per week. It resets twice per week. But it's player versus player on who can complete the solo content as fast as they can, and it's pretty good. And why Hoyoverse hasn't added more floors to Abyss for more rewards and more difficulty makes no other sense aside from them just being completely lazy and uh greedy. Because if you look at Abyss, it's getting harder, and Abyss has had, since the reset, the Abyss reset, well, not the reset, but like, when you press escape on Abyss and you choose to reset the floor, ever since that feature was implemented, there has been the bug where um your cooldowns don't reset. So your ult, your elemental skill, your weapon actives, they don't reset. So you usually have to select your Abyss buffs, wait like a minute or two for your buffs to reset, and you can use it again. You can access them again. And that's absolutely stupid. And yeah, just the no content. They have no excuse to not add a permanent or repeatable content. Like for those who don't know, yeah, Honkai literally gets first class treatment and Genshin gets second class treatment, despite Genshin making literally $2 billion. I don't know. I don't remember. Probably USD. Yeah, 2 billion USD like last year, while Honkai made like 2 million. What? Why? Why? Honkai gets good characters, lots of events, and it has endgame content. And also another thing about it, some people on Twitter are like, oh, they have the compensation to have more interaction with the game. Yeah, that's no, absolutely not. The game already has no interaction, and even if you wanted more interaction with the primo gyms, they log in once per week and they dip. That's not interaction anyway. So yeah, this has been completely unscripted. Uh, and I didn't make any notes, so troll despair. But yeah, yeah, hit the like button because my ego will get hurt when it is disliked. But yeah, that's just my general opinion on whatever's happening right now. I just hope that people can stop accepting being shafted by Hoyoverse and actually ask for change instead of being shafted, which the Genshin community has always been, because they're very accepting of being shafted. And to me, yeah, no, no, no. And yeah, if you like for my ego, if you dislike to say my opinion is wrong and you are dumb. And yeah, hope you enjoy these 3 weeks of no content. Go play other games because Genshin isn't offering anything right now. And yeah, I just realized it when I was doing my dailies today. There was a Liban event, but I did that in like 30 seconds. So I'm like, oh yeah, I do my resin, I do my dailies. There's nothing else to do. Yeah. So that's it. See ya. Bye.